Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure, I'm in Columbus, Ohio at CosI, the Center of Science and Industries, and today we're doing something out of this world. We are visiting the new museum that they have open here. They just opened probably about a month or so ago. They're here until September. We are visiting the Unofficial Galaxies, the largest Star Wars collection in the world, and I'm pretty excited to see what kind of cool Star Wars stuff they got going on in this museum. I hear it's a lot of fan-made stuff, a lot of replicas. I don't know how much movie props. There might be a few, I'm not entirely sure, but it's gonna be a good time. CosI always has the coolest exhibits, so we're gonna check that out today and have a great time. It's crazy how much has built up recently. These buildings here weren't here like last year or the year before, so these are pretty new. That's wild. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CosI. And here is the front door area. Check out the displays they have going into the front entrance, one of the largest Star Wars fan collections in the world. May 10th to September 1st. We're just in time. So now we have our tickets, we have our wristbands. They gave me purple. They are doing entrance times at specific designated times. Ours is at 10:30. We have about 15 minutes to spare, so we're gonna walk around and check out the lobby. So right here in this case, we have a bunch of Legos. We have R2-D2, Yoda on the other side. I'll show you that in a minute. And this D0 right here, but check out this giant Millennium Falcon. I wonder how long it took to put together. There's a Millennium Falcon book there. Go over and check out this little baby Yoda. That's awesome. In this case here, we have a Wookiee costume. And then down here we have some books. The Secrets of the Wookiees. Halcyon, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Legacy, and then Star Wars, I Am a Wookiee. So throughout this tour of the museum, you're gonna see a whole bunch of old Star Wars memorabilia, including toys, props, and all kinds of stuff. I kind of know what to expect, but not really. So it's going to be an interesting time, to say the least. Look at that thing. Here we have some old VHS tapes. Man, you don't see those much anymore. Those are still sealed. I bet those are worth a pretty penny. But we have some more action figures here. We got Chewbacca right there. A little bit of a six-pack. We got R2-D2 right there. We have a double pack. That little figure there. Luke Skywalker. Check out that giant Darth Vader figure. That's crazy. More collector series figures here. Stormtrooper. We got an old lunchbox. We got Darth Vader back there again. And then back there it's Anakin Skywalker, the story of Darth Vader. Before entering the Unofficial Galaxies exhibit here, admission, wristband required beyond this point. No food or drinks inside the exhibits. And then right over here to the right, this way to the Unofficial Galaxies on the second floor. So we came up the stairway, but right here is the elevators. And right here, right across from the elevators, Unofficial Galaxies this way. Check out this Chewbacca silhouette right here. That's pretty cool. But we have roughly 10 minutes before the our designated museum time. So I'm gonna kind of walk around and make sure I don't miss anything on the second floor here. I saw this when I walked over here, this giant unofficial galaxies display. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see the stuff they have in this fan museum. Yeah, temporary exhibition gallery and gallery 2. So, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the unofficial galaxies exhibit here at CosI. Check this out. This is pretty freaking sweet. Oh man, what's this? C-3PO and R2-D2 to greet you right when you walk in. How cool is that? That's awesome. Artist recreation. You'll see on these boards next to pretty much everything, it'll say artist recreation. These are all fan made. I don't know if there's anything from the films. We'll just have to wait and see. And here we have a Tusken Raider from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Artist recreation, of course. Man, check that out. Right over here we have a Landspeeder, Episode 4. It's a life-size scale model. It says, purchased from Elstree Studios, the location where the original was created in the late 70s. This is a recreation of a hover car used on Tatooine. Sweet. Yeah, right here is a Jawa, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. It says a small, furry humanoid creature native to the desert planet Tatooine. Look at these little guys. That's crazy. And of course, we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi, also from A New Hope, a wise Jedi Master who mentored Anakin Skywalker and later guided Luke Skywalker. That's pretty cool. The whole thing. And right here is a recreation of the Mos Eisley Trading Post. All kinds of little things going on here. Look at those guys back there. That's great. There's a little guy sitting up there. And right across from the Mos Eisley Trading Post, we have a Rickshaw droid from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, one of my favorite movies, Star Wars movies. A small insect-like droid that pulls a rickshaw-style cart typically used for transporting passengers. That's pretty cool. And then right over here, we have a Q9 from The Mandalorian, a protocol droid with a reprogrammed and sarcastic personality, sounds like me, skilled in piloting and translation. So, awesome. Moving along, we have a chopper from Star Wars Rebels, an astromech droid designed C1-10P who is skilled in starship maintenance and hacking. That little bugger can hack just about anything. Just like we saw earlier, the DO droid from The Rise of Skywalker, a small cone-headed droid with a single wheel for movement and a curious personality. That little guy there. Here is Jango Fett, in this case, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, a Mandalorian bounty hunter and genetic template for the clone army. Oh, that's cool. The whole thing. I just want to know, like, how much it takes to make one of these costumes? I can imagine they're probably pretty expensive. Moving right along here, check this out. We got Boba Fett. Don't mind my shadow. Check that out. It says a Mandalorian bounty hunter and unaltered clone of his father, Jango Fett. Ooh. And sitting up there, we have Jawa from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Operating from his palace, this large slug-like crime lord is known for his greed, cruelty, and control over the vast criminal empire. And then there is a replica of Princess Leia's outfit. This right here is Salacious B. Crumb from Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. A Kawakian monkey lizard sidekick of Jabba the Hutt. And it wouldn't be a Star Wars museum without the Han Solo Carbonite. Classic. Right here is Leia Organa, the Boushh disguise from Episode 6, a disguise worn by Leia Organa in an attempt to rescue Han Solo, frozen in carbonite from Jabba's palace. Huh. Cool. And in this case here we have Grogu from The Mandalorian, a mysterious, fierce, sensitive being of an unnamed species adopted by the Mandalorian. And also, we have the yak face, the Saelt Marie from Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Little baby Yoda there. And in this case here, there is all kinds of Star Wars figures. There's a trading card right there. And on the bottom shelf is a whole Lego setup of Mos Eisley Trading Post. Check this out. Look at all these little Legos. How cool is that? That's wild. Here we have Padme Amidala from Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, an artist recreation, of course. An elegant look from her time as a senator symbolizing diplomacy and grace. This is her dress. Pretty cool dress. Here is Anakin Skywalker from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, a Jedi Knight destined to bring balance to the Force, later consumed by the dark side. His costume. Crazy, along with Padme there. Right next to Anakin and Padme, we have Watto here from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, a junk dealer from Tatooine who once owned Anakin Skywalker. It is a model. Pretty cool. So far, this is the only thing that has screen used. It says right here on this plaque, Anakin's desk and chair from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And it also says original set pieces. Original screen used props from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So this is Anakin's actual desk and chair from the film. That's crazy. I don't know how many actual screen used pieces we have, but so far we have one. And here we have one of my favorite characters, Jar Binks from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This is a model, a Gungan outcast from Naboo who played a key role in galactic politics. Check out this guy. That's wild. He's pretty tall. And here we have Padme's Handmaiden disguise from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, artist recreation. A queen in disguise, Padme used decoys and costumes for protection. Check this out. Standing right next to Jar Binks. So in this case here, we have some weapons. We have a Rebel Trooper Blaster. Most of these are replicas. Luke Skywalker lightsaber from The Last Jedi. And down here, we have Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. This is an original cast of a lightsaber Luke used in Return of the Jedi. And then right here in the center, we have David Prowse's script, the original Darth Vader, and it is also signed right there. Up here we have Princess Leia's blaster. Right here we have a Stormtrooper E11 medium blaster rifle. And then right here we have Han Solo blaster. Mostly all replicas. So far in this exhibit, this is probably my favorite thing. This is Darth Maul from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and is an artist recreation, a fearsome dark-sided warrior recognized by his red and black tattooed face and double-bladed lightsaber. Check this out. That's wild. He is behind a glass case, all by himself. That is crazy. Zoom in a little bit here. Right here we have a Wampa from Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, a towering white furred predator native to the icy planet Hoth. Look at this thing. It's massive. That's cool. It's got like its own little icy area over here in the corner. Here is another glass case that has some pretty old looking figures here. We got the Wampa right there. So here's a little bit of a photo opportunity. We have the Snowspeeder and the AT foot, or at foot, depending on, I guess, who you ask, from Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. This is a recreation from the Battle of Hoth, depicting the moment just before Walker crashes Luke Skywalker's crashed Snowspeeder. And here it is. Take some photos and whatnot back there, and got the little thing crushing, about to crush right there. And just over here, tucked in the corner, check it out, there's a Tauntaun hidden away from everybody. In this case here, we have a comic book from The Empire Strikes Back, along with some Legos. So right here is a little bit of a photo opportunity. The trash compactor. People are taking photos inside. People are lining up to get their photos taken. That's great. And here we have some stormtroopers from A New Hope, the foot soldiers of the Empire, recognizable by their white armor and poor aim. That's great. But I like how they have this set up over here. They have it mirrored, so it looks like there's a whole bunch of them in there, and then there is a photo on the back wall to make it look like there's a whole big army of them. In this case here, we have a Dawn Post Stormtrooper from A New Hope artist recreation, a model by Dawn Post Studios, a manufacturer influential in fan-made replicas. Check that out. That's pretty cool. If I were to ever cosplay as somebody from Star Wars, if the occasion ever called for it, it would be a Stormtrooper. Here we have Kylo Ren from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Don't mind the shadow, but it says, the conflicted dark side warrior formerly known as Ben Solo, son of Leia Organa and Han Solo. This is his costume here. I'm not gonna lie, That's a pretty dope costume. I would definitely be on the dark side. Here is an Imperial officer from A New Hope, high-ranking military personnel serving under the Galactic Empire. Along with Kylo Ren and a setup right here in the center. Kylo Ren and an Imperial officer. Here we have Count Dooku's stunt lightsaber, precision cast replica. So, not the real one, but it is a replica. Right over here we have a Darth Maul stunt lightsaber, also a cast replica. It's pretty sweet. Then the last case we have Luke Skywalker's version 2 stunt lightsaber, also a replica. And what do we have over here? Imperial's Royal Guard from Return of the Jedi. Elite guards dressed in crimson robes protecting the Emperor with silent vigilance. That's crazy. And right over here to the right, don't mind my shadow again, we have Darth Vader. Zoom in a little bit. From A New Hope, previously known as Anakin Skywalker, a powerful Sith Lord and enforcer of the Galactic Empire. Luke, I am your father. Cool. Here we have the Emperor Darth Sidious from the Phantom Menace, master manipulator and Sith Lord behind the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire. And there's a setup right here, a chair right next to him, along with another guard right there. That's actually pretty cool. I like how that's set up. In this case here, we have some more ships. Darth Vader, some stormtroopers. It's like some Legos and a lightsaber. So right here we have the fighter pilot from A New Hope artist recreation, along with Darth Vader's TIE fighter. Oh man, that thing is massive. TIE Advanced X-1 starfighter piloted by the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. It is a life-size scale model from A New Hope. That's cool. Right here's the Orson Krennic from Rogue One, a Star Wars story, an ambitious, high-ranking Imperial officer in charge of the construction of the first Death Star. Pretty cool costume. I just can't get over this TIE fighter though. I like that. And I can't believe it's life-size. Here in this case, there is some Ewok stuff along with some more teeny little figures in a case there. Some little guys down there. We got a speeder bike. And this fluffy little Ewok here. Here we have Biker Scouts from Return of the Jedi, artist recreation, a variant of the stormtroopers trained for recon, often seen on speeder bikes. There is a Biker Scout area here. Like a little hangout, little bunker inside this foresty area here. Here is Admiral Ackbar from Return of the Jedi. It is a model, veteran of the Rebel Alliance known for his leadership in the iconic line, "It's a trap." That's crazy. Thing's pretty tall, if you ask me. And he's got some fresh shoes on. Check out those clean white shoes. Cool. This here is Tebow from Return of the Jedi, a shaman of an Ewok village who helped in the battle against the Empire on Endor. I got that little guy. That's cool. We got Tebow here. And back there we got Wicket from Return of the Jedi, a curious and brave Ewok who befriended Princess Leia and aided the rebels. Huh. Crazy. And here we have Hayang, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from the Clone Wars. It is a model, a Mark IV architect droid who trained Jedi younglings in lightsaber construction. Now what's funny about this guy here is every so often he moves his head just like that and he blinks his little beady eyes. But over in this case here, there are some stones that give the lightsabers their power. And then right over here in this case is a bunch of different lightsabers. This thing keeps turning its head every direction that I go. See, it's looking at me. And here we have Grogu again. It is a model from The Mandalorian, a mysterious force-sensitive being of an unnamed species adopted by the Mandalorian. Check it out. It's Baby Yoda. How cute. So everyone pretty much knows who Yoda is, right? Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. This is a model, a Jedi Grand Master who trained generations of Jedi and spoke with profound wisdom. Look at this little guy here. Master Yoda. Along with Baby Yoda. And here is Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, artist recreation. A Jedi Knight trained by Yoda and the brother of Princess Leia. Cool costume. This here is an Ithorian from A New Hope, a force-sensitive being from Ithor, known for its unique dual-mouth anatomy. It looks like something off of Men in Black. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy looking. Those giant hands. Huh. Here is Kit Fisto from Attack of the Clones. It is a model, a Nautilon Jedi Master known for his calm demeanor and aquatic combat skills. I hope I pronounced that right. But this is Kit Fisto here. Creepy, but cool. Got his little lightsaber there. I'm digging this little setup here. Okay, so this is definitely the biggest display of anything they have in here. But this is a life-size scale model of the X-Wing Starfighter here. This thing is massive. And it's pretty freaking sweet. I'm gonna go over here, check out this side too. Oh man. This is wild. I tell you, this thing is massive. It is, in fact, fairly large, but very cool. So these are artist recreations, of course, not screen-used costumes or anything, but we have Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Princess Leia. How cool is that? Zoom in here. Iconic, yes. Standing right next to the X-Wing. Kind of hard to read, but this is Luke Skywalker from Episode 4, A New Hope, an X-Wing pilot who was responsible for the destruction of the first Death Star. Check out this costume. So here we have Jaxon, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, from Star Wars Legends. Standing right next to the X-Wing. And then right over here in the center, we have R2-D2, fan recreation, not screen used. But it's pretty funny, I see these guys riding around conventions all the time, Comic-Cons. All right, so right here is a BB-8 from The Force Awakens artist recreation, an astromech droid known for its loyalty to the Resistance and to pilot Poe Dameron. Here is pilot Poe Dameron from The Force Awakens, a skilled pilot of the Resistance and close ally to Leia Organa and Finn. Pretty cool suit. Yeah. So this here is Rey from The Force Awakens, a scavenger from Jakku whose strength in the Force shapes the fate of the galaxy. Check out this cool costume here. Ah, I like it. That's so cool. And here we have Finn, also from The Force Awakens, former Stormtrooper FN-2187 who joined the Resistance after fleeing the First Order. Check out this costume. Yeah, they have a whole section here with a bunch of different costumes. And on this wall we have some posters. Some of these are signed, but this one here in the center behind the glass case, Return of the Jedi, is signed by Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, George Lucas, and Carrie Fisher. See, it says right there. You can kind of see some of the signatures right there, up and around. That's crazy. I bet that thing is worth some money. Very cool. We have another poster over here as well. So in this case here, we have a whole bunch of Star Wars comic books and some very old Lego Star Wars and some figures down here as well. Looks like we got some cards and stuff. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but is this Shiru Imwe from Rogue One, a Star Wars story, a visually impaired and highly skilled martial artist who believes strongly in the Force. Huh. Pretty cool costume. Over here we have Cassian Andor, also from Rogue One, an accomplished intelligence officer for the Rebellion, central to securing the Galactic Empire's Death Star plans. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Right here we have Jyn Erso, also from Rogue One, a rebel fighter who led the mission to steal the Death Star plans. Wow. These costumes are pretty cool. Right here we have Bistan, also from Rogue One. It looks like all these are from Rogue One. A male Lakaru soldier who served as U-Wing door gunner during the Battle of Scarif. Oh man, that's wild. That's crazy. Here is Morath, also from Rogue One, a Gigoran mercenary and gunner aligned with Saw Gerrera's partisans. Check out this thing. This thing is massive. Yeah, these are all from Rogue One. None of these are screen used. These are all artist recreations. So right before the exit of the unofficial galaxies here, they have cases in this little lobby area with original Star Wars toys. So some of you may have had some of these Star Wars toys here. I'm just gonna kind of go over them briefly. Let me know down in the comments what you had growing up. Oh, there's some books. There's all kinds of things in here. Games, figures, books. Check out this side, then we'll go over to the other side. Speeder bike. Let's check out the bottom, then we'll work our way back up. Imperial TIE fighter right there. Darth Vader TIE fighter. Man, these are cool. A lot of old action figures here. Episode 1. Naboo fighter. We got some more books here. Record tote. Bantha. We got game there. So that's just one case. We have a couple more to go. So in this case here, they have a whole bunch of older figures. Take a look at these, all original in this glass case. That is wild. I'm trying to remember when I was younger if I know I had a Darth Vader figure. I don't know what it was from or how I got it. I just know that I had one, had him a little red lightsaber. I want to say I probably got it from like Big Lots maybe. Princess Leia Organa figure there. This is wild, seeing all these old figures. Han Solo right there. Tusken Raider. Some figures there. Go down here, what is this? Millennium Falcon spaceship. This is really awesome. I was not expecting them to have all these old toys here. R2-D2 and C-3PO. Here is the last big case in the center of the room here. Got some speeder bikes there. We got some, what are these, magazines, comics. We'll work our way around. Return of the Jedi. We got some more books down here. Definitely pretty cool. I didn't even know there was like Star Wars books like that. What do we got here? Cap 2, Captivator. Let's see what this is. It's still in the box. Creature, Cantina, Jabba the Hutt, Death Star, Imperial Attack Base. We got a Yoda right here. Rancor monster, and then a Rebel transport. So that is it here in the little lobby area with all these figures and old toys and whatnot. This here is a production shooting script for Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, on loan from the Trumbull County Historical Society Museum of Science Fiction and Fantasy Arts. So there's the script And then the poster art is by Joe Caroni. So we got the script there, and then the poster art there. I like that. I like that green they got going on with it. This here is the production shooting script for Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, on loan from the Trumbull County Historical Society. And there it is, the shooting script and poster art, also by Joe Caroni. That's wild. Cool. So this here is an early file copy script for Star Wars entitled The Adventures of Luke Starkiller, as taken from the Journal of the Whills, Saga 1, on loan from the Trumbull County Historical Society as well. That's crazy. Adventures of Luke Starkiller. Poster art, also by Joe Caroni. This here is a concept of the X-Wing from A New Hope. That, and then we got this one down here as well. They even have this little cafe at the end of the museum, and you can get drinks and snacks and such. This here is the Galactic Hooch Cocktails of the Galaxy. We have the Lightspeed Lager, the Grandmaster Rebel Bloom Spritz, and the Galactic Blue Brew. You can get some sodas here too. And for food options, you have the Galactic Blue Milk, the Sith Pretzel, and the Carbonite Cupcake. Just a few options that you can eat. And here's some of the cupcakes, maybe? Yeah, there's one cupcake in there. It looks like some sort of popcorn. And then right over here, they have these giant pretzels. Oh, those look pretty good. It's covered in some kind of cheese maybe. And you also get a cheese cup as well. And then we have some decor back there as well. So if you are feeling hungry or thirsty after the tour, stop at the cafe, pick yourself something up to eat. And that is it for the Star Wars Museum. Check out some of these things you can buy in the glass case here. This is a X-Wing fighter Star Wars coin. We have some cups here. Everything in these cases you can buy. We have some cups, some plates, whole bunch of merch here. Oh, don't tell me that's a cutting board. We got some coasters here. And of course, there is always merch after these exhibits. We have some shirts here. We have some little lightsabers here. We have a whole bunch of books. Whole bunch of books here. Bounty Hunter. Pretty cool. And then, of course, we have a whole Lego section as well. All of these are pretty much Legos or little figures that you can build that aren't Legos. Over here, we have some more cups. We have some shot glasses. Some tumbler cups. Check out this big tumbler cup right here. That's pretty sweet. Ooh, I like that. We got some hoodies and some shirts. Down here we got some plushies, some posters. We got R2-D2 here, some Stormtroopers, more posters, a Millennium Falcon posable lamp. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this giant Darth Vader here, that's cool. We have some cards here, Uno, some shirts. Here we have some framed posters as well. I like that one. We have some more cups. We have Monopoly, coffee cups, some shirts here. This is like, it's really soft. It's like a sweater, hoodie of sorts. Over here we have some lights. This is a neon light, that's pretty cool. We have a clock. We have a Star Wars R2-D2 nightlight. Photo frames. T-shirts. R2-D2 alarm clock. And look at these little snow globes. How cute is that? We got some Hot Wheels stuff here. Then we have some plushy Chewbacca's. And then down here we have little baby Yoda plushies. Up here we have some kids shirts. The mini book of lightsabers. Mandalorian Nerf gun. We have some metallic slime. Yoda coffee cup. We got some more slime. And then down here are like some little do-it-yourself art kits. Make them bedazzled, if you will. And then some more books and some lightsabers. So right here on this swivel stand, we have a whole bunch of keychains and whatnot. We have like these little cookie things that you can use. And for $11.99, there is a whole bunch of magnets here. I'm digging the Stormtrooper ones. And on this side here, we have a whole bunch of more magnets. These ones look like the figures. I am your father. I'm really digging the magnets. And over here, we got some Legos, do-it-yourself kits, a Baby Yoda sign that says, "I'm all ears," and these little buttons here as well. They got some stickers. So right here along the wall in the hallway exiting the museum area, this is the Steam Wars where art and space collide. The unofficial Galaxy's community art. Just take a quick walk by of some of the art that they have going on here. That one's pretty cool. Spaceships, outer space. Yeah, this is all stuff done by people of the community. Is that a Guardians of the Galaxy reference? Oh, that's pretty cool. I do believe there is a little bit more down here as well. Oh, we got the kitten in space. Nice. Oh, we got a dog and a spaceship. Oh, that's cool. Pen is bleeding, or the ink is bleeding onto the paper. T-Rex is eating hibachi. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the unofficial Galaxies tour. This is the hallway. You enter right through there, and we are on our way out. Floating around the building, there are glass cases just like this one with figures inside of them. I believe these ones are a little bit newer, not the original ones, but still worth a stop to check out. Here's another glass case that is on the second floor. Check out that little display there. There's little stormtroopers and whatnot. We got C-3PO on one side, R2-D2 on another. All right, everybody, that's going to be a wrap on the unofficial galaxies here at CosI, the Star Wars Fan Museum. And my review of this, I would have to say, it was a great experience. There is a whole ton of memorabilia. The only thing that I'm really disappointed in is they didn't have any original movie props aside from the desk and the lightsaber casting. But everything else was super cool. The price of it is kind of steep, so you have to pay admission to even get into CosI, but also there is another admission fee to get into the Star Wars Museum. So total, I spent $52, and also if you park in the parking garage connected to CosI, they give you a little bit of a discount on your parking ticket. So I would say this is a really great experience, especially for Star Wars fans. I've been a fan of Star Wars since I was real little. I think the first time I saw Star Wars was Attack of the Clones in theaters. I went to go see it with one of my friends from school. And then one of my uncles had all of the VHS tapes. I think we binge watched, I think, the first few episodes one day when I was hanging out. But other than that, like, CosI puts on some pretty cool exhibits here. We've done the Marvel exhibit, we've done Titanic, most recently we did the Shark exhibit, and then now unofficial galaxies. So CosI, I hope they keep doing these different exhibits because I'm gonna keep coming back because they're so much fun. And I recommend if you do come to this, I would prefer you come on a weekday because I'm here on a Saturday and it's kind of busy. There is a few places in the museum itself where it gets kind of clustered with a bunch of people. There's like a bunch of photo op areas that you can do. I didn't have really any issues with this. So I think it was a great experience and I definitely recommend coming to check it out. It is here until September 1st. So you don't have much time left. You have about a couple months. So if you're in the Columbus area, Central Ohio area, come check out the unofficial galaxies here at CosI. Anyway, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to be safe, be kind, take care, peace out, and may the Force be with you. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching.